Hello, everyone. Welcome to Snap Take. It is the last day of the Captain Carter season. This is our last set of Captain Carter series decks. We've got some amazing stuff for you, and we're going to end with two really fun decks today, where we've got two like genuinely competitive top meta decks, and then two just massively fun ones. We're going to kick this off with Dickens Double Going. This is actually a Jimmy Dickens and Roram collab, and this one's very cool. I thought this was going to be really clunky, and it can be, but when it works, oh my goodness, does this put power through the roof. This one is built by both Jimmy Dickens and Roram, who you can find at twitch.tv/RoramPlays. This deck needs Moonstone, Frigga, Victoria Hand, Captain Carter, and Sam Wilson. The real key card here is Moonstone. We'll get to it when we go card by card. If you don't have Nico, you're looking at Wasp or Makari. Goliath or Dazzler can be Iron Patriot or Gorgon. And let's talk about the cards. Ant-Man is here. It's an ongoing card. It gets reasonably big, and that's basically the logic. It's nice at the end of the game in a Moonstone lane. It's if you double it with Moon Girl, it ends up being really nice with Victoria Hand. It's overall just a very solid card to have. Nico gives you the opportunity to draw or copy. Copying is huge here. We're trying to copy largely Victoria Hand, but we're very happy to copy Captain Carter too. Quinjet is the key card here, at least in my opinion, outside of Moonstone. Quinjet plus Moonstone means that your cards, like your double Captain Carter, is going to be a 1/2 that you can make bigger with Victoria Hand. Your Victoria Hand with just Quinjet out when copied is already a 1/5. So that'll play for a 1/7 as it buffs itself. All that stuff is really great. Quinjet is, to me, the most important card here. Goliath is just decent stats. Ant-Man, Quinjet, Dazzler, Captain America is 2, Moonstone, Hand, and Carter. That's 8 ongoing cards, and Cosmo. And then you can also obviously double and play more ongoings thanks to Moon Girl or Frigga. So there's lots of ways to get ongoings out in this deck. You do tend to fill the lane if you see the Moon Girl thing. That's what Dazzler is here for. Please don't feel like you have to have Dazzler. At the end of the day, Dickens ended up replacing Dazzler with the card Iron Patriot. So if you prefer that, feel free. I like an ongoing in that spot. I might try Gorgon because I feel like all I face is Thanos, I swear. It's insane how much Thanos I end up playing. Captain America is a 2/7 with the double ongoing thing. It also helps you get your Captain Carter in the right spot. Victoria Hand is a huge buff for this list. Again, if you can play Moonstone on a Victoria Hand, you're getting massive power. You would like to play this card late, but you can also just feel free to drop it early as necessary because Moonstone means it doesn't super matter all that much. Carter and Moonstone ideally in the front of a lane, with another Carter in another lane that's buffed by Victoria Hand or Victoria Hands is absolutely game winning. Carter is huge here. Carter is huge with Moonstone, and this deck feels really safe with it. Cosmo protects all your stuff from Enchantress, Red Guardian, other such nonsense, and has an ongoing ability. Frigga is here largely again to copy Victoria Hand, but copying a Carter is fine. Moon Girl gives you extra copies of things and basically is your real generator. You don't actually generate that many cards if you don't see Moonstone or Frigga, so make sure you're trying to use those if you're planning on going off with Victoria Hand. And then Moonstone is, again, we've talked about doubling, particularly Quinjet, but also great for Captain Carter and Victoria Hand. So turn 1, Quinjet over Ant-Man. Turn 2, Victoria Hand and Frigga over Sam, over Goliath and Dazzler. Turn 3, Frigga on Hand over Carter or just whatever, 1-drop. You can just sort of play whatever you want. The idea here is to go 4 or 5, Moonstone or Moon Girl, depending on which turn you need to. You want to get Moonstone down on Quinjet. You can play those cards together on turn 5, so don't feel like you have to have them out first. If you go Moonstone, then a next play turn of like a Carter Quinjet is perfectly fine. Victoria Hand and Carter are the cards you're trying to Moonstone, and Moon Girl can be Victoria Hand or Frigga. And then turn 6, you play out all your cheap generated doubled cards with Moon Girl, and you should be able to win because no one expects just how much power this deck puts out. It is once more an absolute thing of beauty. Give this one some run. I don't think you will regret it. We're going to get to the highlight deck of the day, which is the return of Arishem Thanos. But before we get there, please hit that sub if you're willing to, as we bring you 7 days a week of Marvel Snap videos. It's obviously going to be a huge week as we cover all the freaking new cards all week. Expect a ton of videos covering the 2 new cards coming, both Surge and Esme Cuckoo. We will cover both of them tomorrow, so if you are interested in more Marvel Snap content than anyone 7 days a week, make sure you hit that sub button. We are also giving away an Esme Cuckoo this week. We will announce our first couple of Esme Cuckoos in tomorrow's video, so make sure you check out tomorrow's video for that. Esme Cuckoo is a 3/4 that adds a copy of a card in your deck to your hand, i.e. if you've drawn the card, you can't get another copy, but it can go grab a card from your deck and put it in your hand, which seems amazing for cards like Sarah and Iron Man and many, many others. I think Esme Cuckoo is going to be a must-have season pass card. Please make sure that you sub, like, and then later this video, I'll ask you to leave a comment. That comment will enter you to win Esme. We're giving away 5 copies of Esme Cuckoo this week. Next up, we've got a 66% win rate Arishem. It's apparently 66. I thought it was 65. Oopsie. So this is a 66% win rate Arishem. This is from our friend Sizer. This one is just mean. This does an incredible job at like just bullying so much of the meta. If Thanos is giving you trouble, great. This should handle that. Is Scream obnoxious? This has ways to handle that. Tons of different decks should really struggle into this. Arishem Thanos is here to stay. You can find Sizer at twitch.tv/Sizer2654. Looks like he's going to finish number 2 on the Infinite leaderboard this season after being number 1 in this is technically the April season, right? The end of the April season. So he was 1 in January, February, and March. So he's been, number 1 plenty. He's number 2. He's been playing this at the number 2 rank, which is obviously insanely high MMR. Iron Patriot and Valentina can be Cable, Mirage, Loki, and Quinjet. Mockingbird can be She-Hulk. All right, so the deck. Shadow King is your answer to sort of a lot of the move nonsense that's all over the place, and is also an incredibly, incredibly powerful card against Strange Supreme. So Shadow King is in the list because it's so easy to fit into an Arishem curve while also having a ton of power. Iron Patriot, if you play it on 2, you go into a 4, they go into a 3, and you should be able to usually win that lane. Iron Patriot is a ton of power for that reason. Valentina immediately gives you a 6 for 4 that you can play on turn 3. Same concept. Juggernaut is a late game lane winner. Don't be afraid to Iron Patriot with it, but it's basically here instead of Goliath as a way to say, let's go. We've got Shang and Enchantress as our blow up cards that power must be controlled. It's almost ongoings. If they're dropping a big Thanos that's naked, you Shang-Chi that. If they're playing the ongoing, you can Enchantress and steal a bunch of cubes. Galacta is your way of spiking up power. It's an extra power card that really does make even stones real threats. While Lady Deathstrike says, I can absolutely wreck a lane of stones. I can wreck because you can play this on turn 4, right? You can wreck a lot of important, powerful things before they get to happen. Sandman is actually absolutely incredible right now on turn 4 and turn 5. A lot of decks are sort of relying on being able to do a 3+2 on turn 5. Sandman says, no, you can't do that. Or at the end of the game, if they want to play like Cannonball and another card, Sandman can ruin that too. Sandman is absolutely amazing at ruining opponent's days while not really super affecting you. Mockingbird is basically free 9. Free 9 is good. Thanos gives you the draw to see all your cards while also making sure you have a 6/12 in hand. If you see the Time Stone, you can play Thanos on turn 3, which is absurd power. And then of course Arishem gives you the energy to put all this together. All right, so turn 1 is Stones that draw. Turn 2 is Iron Patriot if you think you'll win it, and Valentina if not. Stones and generated cards are totally fine here. Turn 3, we have Galacta over generated stuff, over Mockingbird sometimes. Turn 4, Galacta, Lady Deathstrike, Sandman, Thanos, pick your poison. Turn 5 is the last of 3 of the 4, so you're probably not playing Galacta as much now, but maybe if you've got something really good to do with it, but Lady Deathstrike, Sandman, Thanos, and you're going to drop Mockingbird sort of whenever you can from 3 on. Turns Shang, Enchantress, Juggernaut, Shadow King, a combo of control cards that allow you to win the game and win extra cubes. Beautiful list from Sizer. Do give this a try, especially if you are an Arishem lover and you're like, I can't play it anymore. Yes, you can. This is the brew. Go forth and win some games of Snap. Next up, if you're interested, today is my day off of streaming because I got to make a crap ton of content for tomorrow, but I should be streaming tomorrow at about 8 p.m. where I will be testing both new cards. So if you're interested in that, please do come hang out and see. Our season pass question is, what was your final rank this season? Say pre or post infinite, please. Let me know how you did this season. Cool. And then our last Carter winner is again Bimbuskizi. I don't know how to say that, but you won the last Captain Carter. Please reach out. You got today to do so. I announced it yesterday too. It'll be gone by tomorrow. All right, check out a stream again. Please make sure I stream 6 out of 7 days almost every week. All right, next up we have Brady's Agatha Hela. Why not end with some really, really fun lists? And this is a very fun list. So if you've ever watched like Super Tech God, if you've ever watched Perry Manilow, if you've ever watched me on Twitch, you probably know the White Wayne Brady. He creates a massive amount of really, really fun Agatha lists, and then he plays them against top players and wins, and it's totally obnoxious, and this is one of his lists. We're going to look at a couple of Agatha lists to finish out the season, because Why the hell not? If you need something to hit infinite with on the last day, we've got the top 10 decks in Marvel Snap on Friday. We covered 4 great decks yesterday, 4 great decks the day before, and we've got 2 decks for you to climb with that no one knows about at the start of this video. So if you want to have some fun on the last day, let's do some Agathing, friends. Let's do some Agathing. Right, you can find Brady at twitter.com/whitewingbrady or on a bunch of your friends' streams. This deck only really needs Corvus. Gorgon can be Quake, and Ironlad can be Ghost Rider. That's right, budget hella Agatha. Okay, so Nebula is really nice here. You can throw Nebula into a corner, and she just grows or doesn't on her own. You don't have to actually worry about her. Zabu is nice in that turn 3, if you don't see Corvus or Lady Sif, sometimes you're going to see Ironlad, which is an extra shot according to Lady Sif, or Jubilee, which does the same. And hey, if you Storm, like that's reasonable power. You can choose to storm in a location you think you're going to win already, which is a nice set of circumstances. Gorgon is here because Thanos is all over the place. That's basically it. Corvus is here to try and discard Hela, but also even if you try and discard Hela, it's going to discard Hela. Bad luck abounds, but it's here to try and discard Agatha. Even if you miss though, you can play Agatha on turn 5 just fine. Lady Sif is here to try and truck Agatha. You get the idea here. Jubilee helps get you your last cards. You remember your deck is thinner because you're running Agatha, so Jubilee helps get your last cards, making you more likely to see that Corvus Lady Sif. We talked about Storm already and Ironlad. Same concept. It helps you get those Corvus and Lady Sif cards. If you do play Corvus and hit Agatha, a turn 4 play of Black Panther is a ton of power. There's also a lot of locations and stuff that really benefits Black Panther, so it's a very cool play. It's also a really good card to truck with Hela. Magneto is yet another really good card to check with Hela, as is Agatha, while Magneto also gives you, like if you play Magneto on 5 to try and clog a location, and then Hela on 6 to pull back Agatha, and I don't know, any other card more or less, you should be able to fairly well compete. All right, so Zabu over Nebula. Turn 2, Agatha plays her whatever she wants. Turn 3, Corvus is better than Sif, is better than Lad, is better than Jubilee. I will put Lady Sif above Corvus if I only have 1/6 in hands, but that's relatively rare here. Turn 4, if still in hand, Agatha plays, if not, Storm or Panther. Turn 5, Panther or Magneto. Agatha is good too if you played Corvus Glaive. Turn 6, Hela is better than Magneto, or again, Agatha plays herself. Really, really fun list that like is shockingly effective into the meta. Like some locations, right? Sometimes it's just gonna be like, we're gonna play into Death's Domain, and you lose with Agatha. But this one is really fun and relatively powerful. Hey friends, Bling Battles is back. It is season 2, going from April to August, and it is May, so it is happening right frickin' now. If you'd like to participate in Bling Battles, what you basically do is you submit a variant to x.com/Amanda Party. Amanda, so she goes by the name A Party, and the best variants are going to win all sorts of really cool prizes. The prize right now is the best gold. You can use custom. It is your best gold card. So you're going to comment on x.com/Amanda Party with your best gold card. Cool. If you're interested in winning some free stuff, gold passes, season pass, stuff like that, do go check it out. You've got until 5/12 to do so. Go support our friends Bling Battles. One more Agatha deck before we head out for the season. Last thing we're doing this season is celebrating Agatha. This one, I think, is wild. I figured there was no way this worked, and then I watched Brady play it for a while. I played against it, and this is actually like a really strong list. So I don't know what to say. The new like low cost move thing is kind of busted. So you can find Brady at twitter.com/whitewingbrady. Still, that hasn't changed since the last deck. This deck needs Batrock, Sam, Hydra Stomper, and Black Knight. Jeff can be Craven. All right. Batrock, Nightcrawler, Sam, Jeff, Silk, Hydra Stomper, and Vision are all cards that either move or benefit from moves. Your job is to try and turn Hydra Stomper into like 11, 12, 13 power card. If you can do that, you're in really, really great shape because you can sort of move things where they need to be. Black Knight is here as a pair with Lady Sif. You would like to discard Agatha, there is no other 6. If you can do that with Black Knight, you have a 4/12. If you can do that without Black Knight, but you see Ghost Rider, you have a 4, 19. Those are lane winning power amounts. You combine those with the other move package, and you're really, really going to town. This one feels even better than the Hela one to me. I didn't think this would work in the slightest, but props to Brady for figuring out how to make Agatha move a really, really cool and successful deck. Happy birthday to our friend the White Wayne Brady. Hopefully you enjoyed your day, and hopefully you enjoy your special feature. The last day is I was going to do my top 5 decks of the season, but then I realized I didn't play anything long enough, and Brady's so cool, and these decks are so cool. And a lot of you, if you're sitting at Infinite or you realize you're not going to make it and you just want to do something fun, have at it. Turn 1, Black Knight of Discard over Batrock over Nightcrawler. Turn 2, Agatha plays. Turn 3, Sif is better than Wave is better than Stomper. You generally speaking would prefer to Sif because you have both Black Knight and Ghost Rider in the deck. Turn 4, Agatha plays herself, or you can play Ghost Rider or 2/2 that you control. I'm partial to the 2/2 here because you have so many good cheap things. Turn 5, Vision or Shard/Ghost Rider or Stomper in 2. Again, I'm partial to Stomper in 2. If you're moving a bunch of cards around, you are going to want to make sure you get Stomper out. Then turn 6, you can Agatha either place yourself or you'd go Shard/Rider and a 2. I don't know what to say. This one's actually really cool. I hope you give it a try if you are at all interested in screwing with Agatha and memeing about, because this one is memeing, but it like wins, and then you're gonna feel weird that it wins because I don't know what to tell you. Hey, if you'd like to see some gameplay today, Monday is my day off, but it is not Gregor's. Gregor will be on at 7 p.m. Eastern. Go watch our wonderful friend. He's raising money for St. Jude's. Go check it out. It'll be a blast. All right, question of the day. It's from Cougar. You know Cougar. Builds like half the top meta decks. What are some of the best hate cards against Thanos decks that go underutilized? He has many partial counters, but no one card solves all, like an MMM against Negative or Cassandra against Arishem. It feels like whatever the current best counters are, the tech Thanos build has the ability to adapt or remove those weaknesses, i.e. Strange Supreme lessens Killmonger's impact. So I think a lot of it is Gorgon. If you get Gorgon out early, Thanos does not feel that threatening. I was able to do that in Conquest, where I just, for whatever reason, saw Gorgon early every game, and it felt much, much less bad. Mobius is really, really solid against that deck too, because it very much wants to get that Mockingbird out to really go extra power, and if you can turn that off, you're in really great shape. There is much more tech for the obviously ongoing version, where Echo is severely underplayed and underrated, and Enchantress and Killmonger absolutely wreck that. Shadow King is your other card that's fairly obvious for the for the strange tech version. But what I really, really like is to run Clog against them. And because Strange Supreme, people think you can't clog because of Strange Supreme. You can't clog everything. You can't guarantee your clog because of Strange Supreme. But what you can do, particularly the Devinter version that runs Shadow King, Enchantress, and Cannonball, what you can do instead of trying to like always clog is you basically say overload them. If they play any stones and you're trying to clog them, they're going to run out of space, especially if you see debris. So feel free to go about that. I hate clog, but if they're going to let Thanos be this good, clog is going to have a home in Marvel Snap in the meta. Certain tier support on our Patreon come with on-air thanks. We got to say thank you to a whole bunch of people. Our patron of the month, the Great Bricks to Click, thank you. Our friend, the OG Abigail Gleason, we've got my former alliance leader, Burnout, mandatory, that is. Irregardless, it is a word, always kind, LAB Inc., the Graphite fan. I am Frostman, you sure are. Hota, Neverete, Thinking Poker of the Thinking Poker podcast. Prime Ryan of the Prime Mind app. Did I say Prime Mind? Prime Ryan of the Prime Mind app. Ryan Burke, Berkey. Ryan Wood, Snap, if you want to check a great YouTube channel with some original text. Ren Wrench, what's up, Ren? You got moved over here. Doesn't it feel better over here? I like you much better over here, Ren. Let me know how you feel. Caretaker the King questions. Koire, the King of Rudeness. Kazushi, who is quite kind. While Archangel 4K is the fourth K in a row, who ties them all together. Black Dahlia, Pyrophros, the Goat Seeker, Goatsy, and Code, my current alliance leader, are alliance leaders. Ahoy. Although Burnout's an alliance leader. Maybe Burnout's moved down, but Burnout's been second forever, so I don't want him. Hallowed only Fox. What's up, Fox? Synth, hopefully you're doing well. I haven't seen you in a bit. Let me know how you doing. Fat Nick, Absolute Shannon, thanks for stopping by earlier. Nightmare, Dirty, Even, Filthy, Casual, Mr. Kerfuffle, my regular opponent. Cables, the World Traveler. Ginger Prime, up Ginge. Philly, it's Rakovich. Haplo, what's Haplo name? Kenny Loggins of the Danger Zone. The Notorious Bizza. Black Jeep is 23. Extra Sweet and Skippy G. Rhyming Friends. Jessica Gamble, what's up, Jess? Mr. Slush Death, if you're nasty. The King of Bros, bro, the Great Kazoo, Werewolf, Woo, Kev, Hoda, Luna Chris, Clam, Colonel, Forbin, Rob Silverman, M. Holland, David G. Wingfield, Moo, Steven, Brian Kaufman, Tristan H. Martin, Jason B. and Mr. Craig Sterry, along with special guest Matt V. And now joined by Corey, real name town, Corbin, John Q, and Jimmy Q, Q Town. Small Q Town. We need a new Q. If you have a Q in your name, subscribe to the Patreon. Yes, Stout even. Eighth, Sage, one big man. Milkman for reals. Cactus Jack, my favorite Foley. Reap, sir. Hello, Reap. BG, Quid Pro Joe. What's up, Joe? Snap Decisions, Joe. Check out the Snap Decisions podcast. Amazing Marvel Snap Daily podcast. DeCarlo streams all the damn time on Twitch. So make sure you check them out. Bottles Mod Supreme, Bickety Boom Bot, my favorite Osborne, the Green Goblin, Unit Unibot Flan 56, the Spectrumix, Hoot Ocutes Ocular, sup man, the only Matt H will ever need, DJ Mikey Ajax, no frickin' flex. Check out Nick the Greek Geek on Twitch or the podcast we released yesterday evening. It's Toxie, Toxic Soul King on Twitch. Zodrex also on Twitch. We rated him. The King of Canada is also on Twitch. Oh, Toxie is also on the podcast that we released. Denman Falcon is on YouTube. Check out Denman. Great split content. Great tournament player. Fop Thor Newman, Twitch and YouTube. Jonesy hitting the triple threat on YouTube. Triple threat's a blast and needs so much more love. Two Ties, who does where? Two Ties. Laura Devs of the Snap on this podcast and that Marvel Snap Zone article of all the breakdown of Snap Packs that is still coming. Make sure you don't miss it. The Pirate King Tucker. Hi, Dad. And of course, Gunny T. The T stands for peace out. I'm done. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm so excited for this new season. Let's get it going. I'll see you for it. Much love, everybody.